Hi, my foodie family. How's everybody doing this evening? It's already 6 o'clock or so. 6:03. I'm making Reese's peanut butter cups. I already started ahead of time. I melted some chocolate. Normally I use the square chocolates. Today I used the baking chocolates. So the first thing you're going to do after you melt the chocolate, I melted chocolate in the microwave in 30-minute increments. And I'm literally just going to fill the cup up and scrape it up to the sides. You want to make sure you get all the sides like that. Okay. And it gets a little soft. And put some at the bottom. And do the same to all of them. Let's see here. Now on these, I only had one little square of the chocolate I usually use, but it was actually the white chocolate. So I mixed it up with the chips, the ones I use for baking, and I didn't let it melt all the way, but still, it's in here, so there'll be some streaks of white here and there, but it's still chocolate. It's still good. Y'all cooking dinner tonight? I went out to eat and I had that. I always order the big chicken fried steak, and I'll bring it home because I only eat a little piece of it. And I'll make sure that that's what my husband's gonna have for his dinner. A full meal basically, because that's a huge chicken fried steak that I had for lunch. So that's what he'll be having. So again, just scrape up the chocolate up to the cupcake liners. And you want to have the bottom a little thick and the sides too, because what's going to happen, you're going to they're going to break if you put them too thin. And I don't think I have enough peanut butter for each cup, so I'm going to be a little stingy with the peanut butter. It might be a little bit too much chocolate actually for the amount of peanut butter I have, but that's all I had. And I didn't feel like going to the store. I'll put measurements later. Today I just threw it all in here, and I put about a tablespoon of shortening to about maybe a cup and a half of the chocolate chips. But I'll put amounts later. I'm going to have to let this set anyway. In a few minutes it'll be done. All this from start to beginning takes about maybe 15 minutes or so. You just want to make sure that you get every little corner in here, because you're going to peel it back just like you would a cupcake. And you could put a lot of chocolate if you want, or just a little bit. Totally up to you. Like I said, I winged it because this is not the chocolate I use all the time for this, but I was craving the Reese's Peanut cups. And I mean, yes, I can go to the store and buy them, but they don't taste the same. Definitely do not taste the same at all. If you're commenting, I'm sorry, I'm not seeing it. I'm on this side of the camera, I can't see. Get all this chocolate in here. I hope I melted enough chocolate. I know I don't have enough peanut butter, but it's going to have to do with what I have. Yeah, I definitely don't have enough chocolate. I might have to just top it with some white chocolate. I don't have enough peanut butter anyway. Okay. So I'm going to put these in the freezer for a few minutes while I make the peanut butter. It shouldn't take that long. I already had started the peanut butter on here. And it's just powdered sugar, a little butter, and some peanut butter. Like I said, I'll put the amounts later on today. I didn't have enough enough peanut butter. So I just winged it and just put it the amounts that I thought was going to be enough. But I do have a recipe for it. Make sure you just mix it really, really good. Scrape the bottom, make sure you get the sugars in the bottom. And you want this a little thick and a little dry, because if you get it too runny, it's not gonna sit well in the chocolate, and it will not, it'll melt with when you put the hot chocolate on top. I'm gonna add a little bit because I want to make sure I have enough chocolate to top this. So I'm gonna put a white chocolate in here. So it'll be off as far as the color, but it's okay. Still tastes good. Give me a few seconds while I get all this together. And basically this is all it is. It's just squares of chocolate. And then I put a little bit of shortening to it. And, oops, let me get this in here. I'm going to put another little brick of chocolate in there. Okay. And you do that for 30 seconds at a time. Okay, this seems to be pretty good mixed here, and it's thick just the way I want it. Like I said, I probably don't have enough. I wish I had some almonds. I would have filled them up with almonds too, and some coconut, but all I have is coconut. So okay, so that's mixed pretty good, and it's dry just the way I want it. Okay, I'm going to put this aside. And basically you want the chocolate to melt. It's a little hard still. Try to cut it down a bit so it can melt a little faster. H-E-B sells a real good, decent tasting chocolate. Hey, you do it for 30 seconds each time because you don't want to burn your chocolate. How's everybody doing this evening? You get that chocolate. Okay. It's getting there. If you cook or melt the chocolate, it's gonna look ugly. Or you drop any water in it, it'll look kind of chunky like that. But this one still hasn't finished melting. And I'm gonna have a 2-color tone of chocolate on the Reese's cup, only because I didn't have enough. I'm gonna do it for 30 seconds more, and that should be enough. I didn't have enough of the chocolate. Okay, let me check on those chocolate liners. Okay, so here's the chocolate liners. The bottom's still not set because it's a little thick. It doesn't matter because the sides are. And I'm just going to put a little bit, because I don't have enough. So I'm just going to flatten it out in there. Okay, so the chocolate's ready. Let me give it a quick mix. Again, it'll have some chunks of the white if I don't mix it real good. It's going to be a different lighter color, but that's fine. Okay, let me get some of this. I want to make sure I have enough of the peanut butter, so I'm being a little stingy right now with it. Because I only had a little bit of the peanut butter. I haven't bought peanut butter in a while, so. And normally I'll use like a little mini ice cream looking scoop thing. It's for cookies. And I'll scoop a big old amount of peanut butter inside. But like I said, I need to be stingy today. For those that like a lot of peanut butter. And I'm one of those that like it in the chocolate, not by itself or in a sandwich. I mean, I'll eat a peanut butter and jelly here and there, but in my Reese's Buttercup, I really like it a lot. See, so I'm only going to be making a few because I can see already I'm running low. Let's see here. Got to make it stretch for the rest. So what happens when you don't have everything at home and you're craving some sweets. Hopefully I can get it enough on each one. Just making little. Yeah, I should have enough to satisfy the craving I have. Okay. I'll put the recipe later for it, and that one will give you enough to fill all these up and everything step by step on. Okay, let's see here. Okay, now you're just going to add the chocolate on top of it, and you're going to let it go on the sides. It depends how thick you want it. You want to put more, you can. Again, normally I fill these up all the way to the top with peanut butter. But I have to be stingy today with the peanut butter. And you're going to have a two-tone color of chocolate because I ran out of the other chocolate. Oh, I can't wait to dig into this. This will take a few minutes to set because it is a little thicker now. Let's see here. Make sure it goes on the sides because you want to make sure it covers it. I wish I had some almonds. I'll make me some almond joys. That's what I did the last time. I made some Reese's Cup and some almond joys. Okay. Make sure it reaches all the way to the edge. Okay, so we're going to put them in the, and they're a little messy. Like I said, they're going to be empty, as you could tell right here, because I did not have enough peanut butter. So in the freezer it goes. Okay, so I put it for 15 minutes. There y'all are. I put it for 15 minutes, the timer, because that's how long it's going to take for it to set to where you're able to eat it and what have you. But I guess I'm going to have to wait those 15 minutes. I won't make y'all wait those 15. I'll post pictures. I'll post the pictures once they're done. about 15-20 minutes. So I want to make sure that they're solid all the way through, because there is a little bit more of the chocolate on top of the peanut butter than I usually would add. I usually have more peanut butter, but being that I didn't have enough of that peanut butter, I have to do with what I had, and I didn't want to go out there. It's so hot outside. It is hot. I went out there to go have lunch with my son, and it's just hot. It's crazy hot. But anyways, I will post pictures. Get my little apron. I'll post pictures of the Reese's Buttercup, and I'll post the recipe with it. So thanks for hanging in with me, guys. I'm just teasing y'all with those Reese's Buttercups. I wish I had a better quality stuff, because it makes a difference on the look and the taste. But they're still going to be good. I was craving them. I didn't want to go to the store. It's too hot to go to the store. I pulled out pork chops, but I probably won't end up cooking them. I have leftover the chicken fried steak for lunch. And it's a huge one. So even from that leftover, my husband and I can still eat and probably have some left over, because it was just too big. It was as big as the plate. So for $1 more, I might as well get the big one and can have leftovers. But anyways, have a good evening, guys. I'll post later on the pictures. Thanks. Okay, guys, I'm back. I decided to come back and let y'all know the way it came out. And I already took a bite of one. So basically, I'm just pulling off right here on the sides, breaking it off, the extra chocolate. And then I pull it off. You can eat that extra chocolate if you want, but I want my chocolate to have peanut butter on every bite. They're so good. I had a bite of one already. You can leave them like this, rough looking, or you could just come in with a little knife and kind of trim them up a bit if you want. That's if you want to. You don't have to, but the longer you keep them in your hands, the longer they're going to melt. So you get them all over there. And this is the peanut butter ones I bit into right there. It's really good. See all that peanut butter right there? Yum. So easy to make. I know you want one. Y'all gotta go make them now. It's super easy. Chocolate, peanut butter, powdered sugar, and a little bit of butter. A little bit of shortening to melt that chocolate. Doesn't that look delicious? Yum. I wish I can taste this. Anyways, here's the results on the peanut butter cups. I'll post the recipe later. Have a good night.